Why is harm reduction important? Because lives are important. We understand that people have substance use, and a lot of people are not in the moment ready to just leave whatever device or whatever substance use. They're not ready to leave it. Here at Blue Hollywood Street Sanctuary, we try to meet people right where they are in the moment. We are a boots to ground, grassroots organization, and the very word sanctuary means a refuge, a safe place. Partnering with organizations such as Sidewalk Project, being able to educate our participants about harm reduction and the things that they can use to be safer. We provide Narcans, clean needles, pipe. These are all things to reduce the harm that often shows up in our communities. We have had a pandemic of fentanyl in this community over the last 2-3 years, and if it had not been for harm reduction in place, having settings where people are responsible for one another, then Blue Hollywood, the sanctuary, would have lost a lot more than we have.
We look at all these people, see them in the streets, we see them on a bus and on the train, and nobody wants to do anything about it. That's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's son. If I haven't walked in your shoes, I really don't know what you're going through. You cannot be judgmental. I think you have to go through some pain and through some suffering. I think you have to taste some of this medicine yourself before you can even walk in that person's shoe.
Skid Row is one of the largest unhoused communities in the country. It is a place, while filled with love and radical mutual care, is also a place that is deeply impacted by poverty and trauma. And the people who live here, almost to a rule, have endured a lot of systemic abuse. Many people are in the midst of some of the most difficult moments of their lives when they come to Blue Hollywood. There is a sentiment in greater society that people can't be reached in those moments, or that it's not worth trying because it won't have X, Y, or Z outcome. But we think that that's exactly the moment when connecting with people, when building relationships is most important.
Yes, sir.
I served for 5 years, 3 months, U.S. Army. I'm 8% disabled veteran. My substance is crack cocaine. I do it because I got a lot of nerve and muscle damage. I do hope to change a lot of things, like if I get housing and all that, I think that will slow the process a lot more. But being out on the streets at 10, it kind of makes it hectic. So the use of the drug is just there to modify and numb the everyday discomforts of being outdoors. Blue Hollywood's give me some good support to get my mind off of using a lot more. We'll sit down, play like backgammon, chess, actually sit around, learn more about the Bible and that, because I've been out of touch with the Bible for a while, and Blue Hollywood recognized that.
I have witnessed people actually commit suicide because of the stigmas that society places on us. Because so many people in this community have been impacted, I think that creating a non-judgmental atmosphere, it allows a person or people to open up. I have witnessed that people open up to the love, the peace, and want to be a part of that. we're able to celebrate, be celebratory toward one another, and barbecue and have all type of game playing and building community. Those are successes, and just that the people are coming, gathering, and looking out for one another.
Drugs was real plentiful in the military. I mean, that was part of our activity. I go in spurts of a month, don't use, sometimes 2 months or so. I end up using, it makes me feel cocky. It does a lot for the pain, PTSD. It wipes all that out. It's good they got a place for people like me, where I can come, I know I'm safe. I can't just say I'm not gonna smoke. I haven't been able to pull it off yet, but I'm getting better at it.
Sometimes with love and support, people change their lives in profound ways. Sometimes they don't. People doing so cannot be a requirement of engagement, because if it is, in most cases, that engagement will never happen. I wish it didn't have to be said. No one deserves to die. A crack user who accidentally gets dosed with fentanyl from a dirty pipe does not deserve to die. Someone who relapses and gets a bad batch or a dirty needle does not deserve to die. A person who does drugs every day of their life, doesn't want to quit, and intentionally smokes fentanyl does not deserve to die. It's important to know that people have very different relationships with their use, that drug users are not a monolith, but it's even more important to say that every single one of those individuals deserves the same love and protection. The worst thing that we can do is to push people away, to force people to use alone and without access to life-saving resources.
No, this is not a perfect world. I'm so sorry we're not living in Wonderland, Scooby-Doo, Walt Disney World. I'm sorry. This is the real world. So we need harm reduction. I don't know what the next drug is going to be, what direction is going to come. I don't know who's going to die tomorrow. That's why I have to be armed and prepared.
To people that say that we're enabling people by giving them clean needles, clean pipes. I've had these conversations. Either you don't care or you don't know what's going on.
As you can see, I'm Mama Smooth, a very loving and caring person on crack. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat my shit. I have saved 3 lives. I saved my own husband's life. That was the most scary and harmful thing that I ever had to go through. I have seen so many deaths, and it made me pause on my crack use. I don't smoke heavily like I used to. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to wean myself. Everybody can be helped. Look at me, I'm 70 years old. Sometimes I tell myself no. I didn't used to say that shit.
History has shown that tragedy brings unity. While this is sad of the deaths and tragedies that it brought, it also has brought an alertness among the community, to care for one another, to love one another, the understanding that being a person is important, and where you are is important, and who you are is important. So we want to be a house of love, a home for all. Yeah, the sanctuary.